What does it take to become a true legend? Nora Aunor, the undisputed superstar of Philippine cinema, captivated millions with her voice, her talent, and her undeniable presence. From humble beginnings in Iriga, Camarines Sur, she rose to national fame through sheer determination, raw skill, and a charisma that could light up any stage or screen. But behind the dazzling performances and standing ovations, there were untold struggles, controversies, and challenges that shaped her life both on and off camera.
You're my funny Valentine.
In this video, we're diving deep into the story of Nora Aunor. From her meteoric rise as a singing sensation, to the films that defined generations, the personal battles she faced, and the legacy she leaves behind. By the end, you'll see why she wasn't just a star, but a cultural icon whose influence continues to echo long after her passing. Before we start, make sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to get all the latest updates on celebrities and shocking reveals. Nora Cabaltera. Villamayor's story didn't start with red carpets or flashing cameras. It began in the quiet streets of Iriga, Camarines Sur, on May 21st, 1953. Born into a family struggling to make ends meet, young Nora grew up knowing the weight of responsibility from an early age. Her childhood was marked by small acts of resilience. Selling water at the train station, helping her family with daily chores, and finding ways to bring a little light into the lives of those around her. It was here, amid hardship and humble surroundings, that her extraordinary talent began to shine.
Hindi ako magkaanak.
Okay.
Dahil sa pagmamahal ko dun sa asawa ko.
Even as a young girl, Nora had a natural gift for singing. Her voice, clear and emotive, drew attention in local gatherings and school events. It wasn't long before people started noticing her unique presence, a combination of raw talent, sincerity, and a charisma that seemed far beyond her years. But the path to stardom wasn't smooth. Financial struggles meant that every opportunity had to be fought for, and every performance carried the weight of her family's hopes and dreams. Despite these challenges, Nora remained undeterred. Her early life shaped more than just her determination. It shaped her artistry. The struggles, the joys, the small victories, and the heartbreaks all seeped into her performances, giving them a depth and authenticity that audiences would later come to adore. Every note she sang and every role she embodied carried a piece of her journey, resonating with people who saw themselves in her story.
Nora not only made great films, but great films that questioned and broke the mold.
It was this combination of natural talent, resilience, and a heart that connected deeply with others that set the stage for her first big break. Nora's humble beginnings weren't just a backdrop. They were the foundation of a superstar in the making. A young girl who would one day captivate an entire nation and redefine what it meant to be a Filipino icon. Nora Aunor's rise to stardom was nothing short of meteoric, yet it was fueled by years of determination and a talent that simply couldn't be ignored. At just 14 years old, she stepped onto the national stage by entering the prestigious singing competition Tawag ng Tanghalan in 1967. Her voice, pure yet emotive, immediately caught the attention of both judges and audiences. When she won the contest, it wasn't just a personal victory. It marked the beginning of a journey that would redefine Filipino entertainment. Her singing success opened doors to the film industry, where her versatility became apparent almost instantly. Nora didn't just act. She inhabited her characters, bringing a depth and sincerity that set her apart from her peers. Early films like Adios Mi Amor and Once Upon a Time introduced audiences to a performer who could convey raw emotion without needing grand gestures or dramatic flair. Her ability to connect with viewers on a profoundly human level quickly earned her a devoted following. But it wasn't just her talent that propelled her forward. It was her work ethic. Long hours on set, constant rehearsals, and the willingness to take on challenging roles demonstrated a level of professionalism rarely seen in someone so young. She was driven not only by ambition, but by a deep sense of responsibility to herself, to her family, and to the fans who believed in her. By the early 1970s, Nora Aunor was no longer just a rising star. She had become a force to be reckoned with in Philippine showbiz. Her performances were earning critical acclaim, and her name was beginning to appear alongside the biggest directors and actors of the era. She was a young woman from a small town, yet she was already transforming into a cultural phenomenon. This period marked the beginning of her transformation into the superstar. It was a time when talent met opportunity, when perseverance met recognition, and when a young girl from Iriga began to step into the role of an icon who would captivate generations. And while the early years were filled with triumph, they also foreshadowed the personal challenges and public scrutiny that would follow, testing her resilience in ways she could never have imagined. From her early victories in singing competitions and breakthrough films, Nora Aunor's ascent into the realm of superstardom seemed almost inevitable. But the path to becoming the Philippines' most beloved superstar was paved with more than just talent. It was a combination of relentless drive, unparalleled versatility, and an uncanny ability to connect with audiences that transformed her from a rising star into a cultural icon. By the mid-1970s, Nora was starring in films that would define an era. Movies like Tatlong, Taong, Walang, Diyos showcased her ability to portray complex characters, earning her accolades for performances that were raw, nuanced, and profoundly human.
Her performance, her iconic moments was more than.
Audiences weren't just watching her act. They were seeing reflections of their own struggles, hopes, and emotions. Her voice and presence carried the weight of genuine experience, making every performance feel intimate, personal, and unforgettable. The title superstar didn't come lightly. It was earned through years of consistently captivating performances, both on screen and on stage. Beyond her artistry, it was her relatability that solidified her legendary status. Whether playing a struggling mother, a devoted daughter, or a woman fighting societal expectations, Nora Aunor brought authenticity to every role, making viewers feel like they weren't merely watching a story, they were living it alongside her.
The Philippine entertainment industry.
Her influence extended beyond the screen. Fashion, music, and public persona all became part of the phenomenon. Audiences emulated her style, hung on her every song, and celebrated her not just as an entertainer, but as a symbol of resilience and talent that transcended background, class, or circumstance. International recognition soon followed as film festivals began to take notice of her remarkable ability to convey emotion and depth, proving that her appeal was both national and global. Yet, even amid this soaring success, the pressures of fame loomed large. Public scrutiny, intense schedules, and the constant demand to maintain her status meant that the journey was not without its struggles. But these challenges only seemed to add layers to her artistry, making her performances richer and more compelling. By the end of this period, Nora Aunor was no longer simply a performer. She had become a cultural touchstone. A voice for the Filipino experience and a superstar whose influence would echo for generations.
At pakikiramay ng mga kaibigan at fans sa burol ng yumaong superstar na si
As Nora Aunor's influence and popularity soared, recognition of her talent soon followed. While the title superstar captured the hearts of millions, it was her consistent excellence in performance that earned her critical acclaim and a remarkable collection of awards, solidifying her legacy as one of the greatest Filipino entertainers of all time. Her accolades began early with wins from prestigious organizations like FAMAS and Gawad Urian, where her performances were lauded for their emotional depth and authenticity. Films like Himala not only captivated audiences, but also earned international recognition, including awards at the Metro Manila Film Festival and accolades from critics worldwide. Her ability to convey complex emotions made her a favorite for roles that others might shy away from, turning each performance into a potential award-winning moment. In 2022, Nora reached one of the highest honors in Philippine arts. She was conferred the title of National Artist for Film and Broadcast Arts, a recognition that highlighted her immense contributions to cinema and her lasting impact on Philippine culture. This accolade wasn't just about her performances. It was a celebration of decades of dedication, resilience, and the ability to connect with generations of audiences.
napili sina Nora Aunor sa pelikula.
At lahat daw ng ito.
Her career was also marked by numerous Lifetime Achievement Awards, both in the Philippines and abroad. Film festivals, award-giving bodies, and entertainment organizations repeatedly recognized her ability to transcend genres, deliver memorable performances, and leave lasting impressions. Each milestone in her career reflected not just personal triumph, but the broader evolution of Philippine cinema, in which Nora played an irreplaceable role.
Her performance, her iconic moments, the most important moments.
Yet these accolades were more than trophies. They were proof of a journey defined by hard work, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to her craft. They also served as a bridge to her next chapter, one that would include personal struggles, public controversies, and enduring moments that only added depth to her legend. As her career continued to grow, so did her reputation as a cultural icon whose influence reached far beyond the screen, setting the stage for both her personal and professional challenges in the years to come.
Elsa,
Elsa! Nakita ko po ang mahal.
gawa ng milagro para lamang pagtakpan ang pagkukulang.
While awards and recognition cemented her status, it was Nora Aunor's body of work. The film she chose, the role she embodied, and the songs she sang that truly defined her as the superstar. Her career wasn't just a collection of performances. It was a living archive of Filipino culture, emotion, and resilience, told through the lens of one woman's extraordinary talent. From her early cinematic triumphs to her later masterpieces, Nora's films captured the complexities of life in ways few could.
Nora Aunor.
Forgive me for wearing
Tatlong, Taong, Walang, Diyos brought the raw pain of wartime Philippines to the screen, while Himala showcased her ability to portray hope, despair, and the human longing for meaning in a single, unforgettable performance. In Thy Womb, she gave audiences a deeply moving exploration of motherhood, sacrifice, and cultural identity, earning international praise and introducing her work to audiences far beyond the Philippines. Each role wasn't just acted, it was lived, with Nora channeling her own experiences, struggles, and empathy into every scene. Equally compelling was her music. Nora's singing career began with her Tawag ng Tanghalan win and evolved into a repertoire of songs that resonated with countless fans. Her voice, at once tender, powerful, and expressive, gave life to the emotions behind every lyric. Hits like Pearly Shells and Yesterday When I Was Young didn't just entertain, they became anthems, echoing the feelings of love, loss, and hope that her audience carried in their own lives.
1982, nakita ko ang isang himala.
Beyond the films and music themselves, it was the way Nora connected with audiences that made her work iconic. Fans didn't just admire her. They felt understood, seen, and represented. Directors and co-stars often spoke of her professionalism, her unwavering dedication, and her instinctive ability to elevate every scene or performance she touched. This period of her career highlights the core of Nora Aunor's enduring appeal. An artist who could seamlessly merge talent, authenticity, and emotional resonance, leaving behind a body of work that continues to inspire, influence, and captivate audiences decades later. And yet, even as her artistic influence grew, her personal life and public scrutiny would begin to challenge the very superstar the nation adored.
Nora Aunor.
While Nora Aunor's name became synonymous with cinematic excellence and musical talent, her personal life was a story just as compelling, filled with love, family, and the complexities that come with being a national icon. Behind the bright lights and applause, she navigated relationships, parenthood, and the pressures of balancing a demanding career with a life deeply rooted in family values.
Nung umpisa, nung bago kami mag-umpisa ng mag-shoot.
Pagdating sa mga script, halimbawa.
In 1975, Nora married actor Christopher De Leon, a partnership that would produce 5 children: Ian, Lot, Matet, Kenneth, and Kiko. The couple became one of Philippine showbiz's most celebrated pairings, capturing the public's imagination with both their on-screen and off-screen chemistry. Yet, like many relationships under the constant glare of fame, theirs faced challenges, ultimately ending in separation in 1996. Despite the split, Nora maintained strong bonds with her children, many of whom would follow in her footsteps into the entertainment industry, carrying forward her legacy and learning from her example. Nora's personal life was more than just her immediate family. She forged lasting friendships within the entertainment community, offering mentorship to younger artists and supporting peers through both triumphs and trials. Her humility and approachability, even at the peak of superstardom, endeared her to colleagues and fans alike. Yet being in the public eye brought its own pressures. Every choice, marriage, motherhood, or career decision was scrutinized, debated, and sometimes misrepresented in the media. Nora navigated these challenges with a quiet resilience, ensuring that her personal life, while occasionally turbulent, never overshadowed her artistry. Her ability to maintain authenticity and love for her family amid relentless attention demonstrated a side of her that was deeply human and relatable, even to those who had never met her.
Elsa,
Nakita ko po ang mahal ko.
bilang para lamang pagtakpan ng
This intimate glimpse into Nora Aunor's personal life reveals a woman whose identity extended far beyond the screen. She was a mother, a mentor, and a friend, roles she embraced with the same passion and sincerity that she brought to every performance. As her career continued to flourish, these personal foundations would remain a constant source of strength, preparing her to face both the public controversies and professional milestones that lay ahead. Even as Nora Aunor solidified her status as the Philippines' superstar, her journey was not without turbulence. Behind the accolades and adoration, she faced controversies and personal challenges that tested both her resilience and public image. Fame, after all, comes with scrutiny, and Nora's life was no exception. One of the most talked about incidents in her life occurred in 2005, when she faced a drug-related arrest in the United States. While the situation was highly publicized, it was eventually resolved when the charges were dropped in 2007 after she completed a diversion program. The episode became a source of debate among fans and media, with some questioning her choices and others defending her character. This period highlighted the harsh reality that even the most beloved figures are not immune to public judgment. Nora's political involvement also sparked controversy. She initially supported Ferdinand Marcos Sr. during the 1986 snap elections, a decision that drew criticism from those opposed to his regime. However, she later joined the EDSA People Power Revolution, publicly standing with the people in their historic movement for change. These shifts, while personal and reflective of her evolving beliefs, became fodder for media discussion, underscoring the intense pressure that comes with being a national figure. Even prestigious honors were not immune to controversy. In 2014, debates arose around her eligibility for the National Artist Award due to her past legal issues, sparking nationwide conversation about redemption, talent, and the complexities of public recognition. Despite these challenges, Nora's loyal fan base remained steadfast, and she continued to receive acclaim for her work, proving that artistry and integrity often outlast temporary controversies. These struggles, both public and personal, shaped Nora Aunor into a more resilient, multidimensional artist. They also added layers to the narrative of her life, showing that the superstar was not just defined by her triumphs, but by her ability to endure, adapt, and continue inspiring audiences in the face of scrutiny. It was a period that tested her strength, yet ultimately reinforced why she remained an icon whose story was far richer than her fame alone could convey. While the public knew Nora Aunor as the superstar, the stories behind the camera often revealed a side of her that fans rarely saw. A woman of discipline, humility, and quiet intensity.
Pagdating sa mga script, halimbawa.
Oo, kasi walang script talaga. At saka hindi mo alam kung nasaan yung camera.
Her colleagues and directors frequently spoke of her professionalism and dedication, traits that set her apart in an industry known for its pressures and unpredictability. Every role she took on was approached with meticulous care, whether it was a leading dramatic part or a smaller supporting role that required nuance and emotional depth. Co-stars often recalled how Nora would arrive on set early, rehearsing lines and perfecting every note, embodying the belief that excellence was never accidental. Despite her superstar status, she remained approachable, mentoring younger actors and helping them navigate the complexities of showbiz. These behind-the-scenes interactions painted a portrait of a woman who was generous with her time and talent, always willing to share her knowledge while still striving for perfection in her own craft.
Walang Himala!
So yung aming napanood na Walang Himala, take 1 yun, Tigay.
Take 1 po.
Wow.
Kasi hindi pwede mag-take 2.
Her commitment extended beyond acting into the music studio, where recording sessions often demanded repeated takes to capture the precise emotion she sought. Whether performing for a live audience or recording in isolation, Nora brought authenticity to every note and every scene. Even amid these intense work environments, she managed to maintain a sense of camaraderie and warmth, forging friendships that lasted decades. These stories revealed that the superstar image was not just built on public acclaim, but on the countless hours of preparation, empathy, and hard work that went unseen. It was in these moments behind the cameras, away from flashing lights and cheering crowds, that Nora's true artistry and her profound dedication to her craft shone brightest. Beyond the spotlight, Nora Aunor's impact extended far beyond films and music. While audiences celebrated her on screen, many were unaware of her dedication to giving back and using her influence to support communities in need. Despite the demands of superstardom, she found ways to quietly advocate for causes close to her heart, reflecting a side of her that was compassionate, socially aware, and deeply human. Nora supported charitable initiatives that helped underprivileged families, aspiring artists, and local communities. She often used her concerts, public appearances, and resources to contribute to education programs and relief efforts. Fans and colleagues recall her willingness to lend a helping hand without seeking attention, demonstrating that her generosity was genuine rather than performative. Her advocacy also extended into her work. Many of her film roles highlighted social issues and human struggles, bringing awareness to topics that were often overlooked. By choosing projects that reflected real-life challenges, poverty, oppression, and cultural identity, she amplified the voices of those who had little platform.
Direct, sabi ko, next year pa nga ako, gagawa mo ako ng pelikula. Pinupad naman niya.
This combination of on-screen storytelling and off-screen action created a powerful legacy, showing that a superstar could wield influence with purpose, empathy, and responsibility. Nora's philanthropic spirit reinforced the authenticity that fans had admired throughout her career. While awards and accolades celebrated her talent, her contributions to society revealed a deeper commitment to her country and her people. It was another facet of her life that made her story richer, proving that even a figure of immense fame could remain grounded, generous, and focused on leaving a lasting positive impact beyond the entertainment industry. Nora Aunor's influence extended far beyond awards, films, and music. She became a cultural phenomenon whose reach touched the daily lives of millions. Fans didn't simply admire her talent. They connected with her story, her struggles, and her resilience. Her rise from humble beginnings to superstardom created a narrative that people could relate to, one that made her more than just a performer. It made her a symbol of hope, perseverance, and authenticity. Fan clubs dedicated to Nora sprang up across the Philippines, and her concerts became communal celebrations where people from all walks of life could experience her artistry firsthand. Her presence at public events, television appearances, and even casual sightings created a sense of closeness with audiences, reinforcing her relatability and deepening her loyal following. Social media and fan tributes, even before her passing, frequently highlighted her enduring charm and influence, showing how her legacy continued to resonate with both older generations and newer fans discovering her work. Beyond her direct interactions with audiences, Nora's impact on Filipino pop culture was undeniable. Her style, her signature songs, and even her mannerisms became part of the national lexicon. From fashion trends inspired by her iconic looks to viral moments and references in television and online media, her persona transcended the screen. Younger artists openly cited her as an influence, carrying forward the standards of dedication, emotional authenticity, and versatility she had established decades earlier. In a world where celebrity often fades with time, Nora Aunor remained timeless. She was not just a superstar in title, but a superstar in effect, shaping cultural identity, inspiring countless performers, and leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of fans. Her presence in pop culture ensured that even long after her final performance, her story, voice, and legacy would continue to inspire admiration and reverence. Even a figure as iconic as Nora Aunor was not immune to speculation and rumors, a reality that often accompanies life in the public eye. While her artistry and accomplishments were undeniable, the media and public occasionally focused on unverified stories, creating an aura of intrigue that added another layer to her life narrative. It's important to note that these accounts are largely unconfirmed, and what follows is presented as speculation rather than fact.
Ang sabi po niya, darating daw po ang araw.
One topic that frequently surfaced was rumored tension between Nora and certain co-stars or industry figures. While some reports suggested creative disagreements or competitive rivalries on set, colleagues often spoke about these instances in a more nuanced way, pointing to Nora's perfectionism and commitment to her craft rather than personal conflict. Her relentless drive sometimes created friction, but it was also a key factor in the quality and depth of her performances. Other speculation involved potential unproduced projects or roles that never came to fruition. Fans and industry insiders have occasionally suggested that certain collaborations were hindered by timing, contractual issues, or creative differences. These stories, while largely unverified, fueled public curiosity and added to the mystique surrounding her career. Rumors also extended into her personal life, with the media sometimes focusing on relationships, family dynamics, or personal choices. While such speculation can be sensationalized, what stands out is how Nora consistently managed these challenges with grace, maintaining her focus on artistry and family. Ultimately, these speculative accounts, whether true or exaggerated, illustrate the complex reality of fame. For Nora Aunor, being a superstar meant living under constant scrutiny, navigating public perception, and continuing to perform at an extraordinary level, despite external pressures. Even amid rumors and unverified stories, her talent, resilience, and enduring connection with fans remain the defining aspects of her life and career, reinforcing why she will always be remembered as a true icon. As the years progressed, Nora Aunor continued to grace screens and stages, though the intensity of her career naturally evolved with time. Her later projects, both in film and television, reflected a seasoned artist who had mastered her craft, taking on roles that were introspective, nuanced, and often deeply personal. Audiences could sense a maturity in her performances, a combination of wisdom, lived experience, and unshakable dedication that made even smaller roles feel monumental.
Ano ang sasabihin ng ibang tao?
Wala akong pakialam. Mahirap lang tayo. Kung di tayo maniniwala, anong matitira sa atin?
Despite her continued professional success, Nora faced health challenges in her later years, including heart and respiratory issues. These struggles, while private, were occasionally shared with the public, and fans responded with concern and support. Her resilience in facing these obstacles only reinforced the admiration people had long held for her, not just as a performer, but as a human being who navigated life's complexities with courage and grace. Tragically, on April 16, 2025, Nora Aunor passed away due to acute respiratory failure, a loss that sent shockwaves across the Philippines and beyond. Her death was confirmed by her son, Ian De Leon, and it marked the end of a life that had left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. Tributes poured in from fans, colleagues, and even government officials, reflecting the profound impact she had on multiple generations.
Ang gusto ko lang maiparating sa mga taong nagmamahal, nagsusuporta at umiintindi sa aming ina ay ang pagiging malapit sa Diyos. Dahil buong buhay po namin hindi naging madali.
Her passing sparked nationwide mourning, but it also became a moment to celebrate her extraordinary life. State ceremonies, memorials, and countless fan tributes honored not just her artistic achievements, but the personal qualities that had endeared her to millions. Her humility, her empathy, and her unwavering commitment to her craft. In her final years, Nora remained a figure of inspiration, a living reminder that true artistry is measured not only by talent, but by resilience, authenticity, and the ability to touch the hearts of others. Her death marked the close of an era, yet her legacy, etched in films, music, and the memories of fans, continues to resonate, proving that the superstar she became will never be forgotten. Nora Aunor's passing marked the end of a life filled with extraordinary achievements. Yet her influence continues to reverberate across the Philippine entertainment industry and beyond. While her films and music remain tangible reminders of her talent, her true legacy lies in the inspiration she provided to generations of artists, fans, and ordinary people alike. She transformed the concept of superstardom into something deeper, a combination of skill, authenticity, and the ability to touch hearts. Her impact on cinema is unparalleled. Directors, actors, and critics often cite her as a benchmark for performance excellence. Many modern performers attribute their own artistic aspirations to the standards she set, striving to emulate her emotional depth, versatility, and dedication. Films like Himala and Thy Womb are studied not only for their storytelling, but also for the humanity that Nora brought to her roles, influencing how Filipino narratives are crafted and performed to this day. Her music continues to inspire as well. Songs that once topped the charts remain timeless, performed by new generations of singers who see Nora's voice as a benchmark of emotional expression. Beyond technical skill, she showed that artistry involves connecting with the listener on a profound level, turning simple melodies into shared experiences. Nora's influence also extends to cultural identity. As a superstar who rose from humble beginnings, she represented hope and possibility for countless Filipinos. Her story showed that talent, combined with perseverance and integrity, could transcend barriers and reach national and even international recognition. Tributes, memorials, and fan celebrations continue to honor her life. Social media, film festivals, and television retrospectives preserve her memory, ensuring that she remains a living presence in the hearts of fans. Her legacy isn't just measured in awards or records, it is reflected in the ongoing admiration, inspiration, and love she evokes decades after her debut. In the end, Nora Aunor's life was more than a career. It was a journey that reshaped Philippine entertainment, leaving a lasting imprint on culture, artistry, and the collective memory of a nation. Even in passing, the superstar remains immortal, a symbol of talent, resilience, and the enduring power of genuine artistry. Nora Aunor's journey from a humble girl in Iriga to the Philippines' unrivaled superstar is a story of talent, resilience, and unwavering dedication. Her films and music weren't just entertainment, they were reflections of human emotion, cultural identity, and the struggles and triumphs of ordinary people. Even amid controversies, personal challenges, and public scrutiny, she remained steadfast, continually inspiring audiences with her artistry and authenticity. Her legacy goes beyond awards, box office success, or critical acclaim. It lives in the countless performers she influenced, the fans whose lives she touched, and the cultural impact she imprinted on generations. Nora Aunor was more than a superstar. She was a symbol of possibility, perseverance, and passion. As we celebrate her life, we're reminded that true artistry isn't fleeting. It resonates, inspires, and endures long after the final curtain falls. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Nora Aunor's life, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Celebrity Informants for more insider stories about your favorite celebrities, both here in the Philippines and around the world. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the latest celebrity news, untold stories, and shocking revelations.